Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I will start in a different way today. Hold on to your government because there is another country that wants to overthrow it. And so, when the election comes, you will protect them. The government, you will protect them and you will vote for them so the evil that is coming from the outside will not get into your government. I hope you're understanding what I'm trying to say here, because we have more of telenovela continuum. And before I get into the story that is going around now, there's a lot of drilling here, always drilling. So there is a story that's going around the world, how apparently Ukraine, France and Germany agreed to collaborate in order for Ukraine to get into the EU and NATO to overthrow Polish-speaking government. Okay, this is the main theme of this video, but I want to do a little recap here from yesterday because it's important. Previously, yes, what was previously? Previously we had the, not laughing here, now let's get back to the serious mode. We had that guy, 98-year-old Hunka, Yaroslav, I remember, Yaroslav Hunka, who was part of the SS Nazi Galicia regiment, who was applauded and had a standing ovation in the Canadian Parliament. This just happened the day before yesterday. Yesterday my video was dedicated to that event. And what happened after this is that Antoni Rota, this is the name of the Speaker of Canadian Parliament, took full responsibility for that person, that Nazi, being invited or applauded to the Canadian Parliament. I watched that resignation because he resigned, that speaker, and I watched the body language. There was a moment when his shoulder kind of moved in an uncomfortable way. I watched the body language a lot. The right shoulder, by the way. Let me step aside because it's noisy here. And I went to do a little research because that was kind of off while he was resigning. And I found this. Reading the body language. Shoulder shrug, I don't know if I pronounced it correctly, indicates a lack of commitment or insecurity. So it should make you suspicious. First of all, this guy was absolutely forced to resign. He was forced to say that he is the only one responsible for that 98-year-old Nazi person to be a guest there. And acknowledged as someone who fought against Soviet Russia and stood for Ukraine. So he took full responsibility. He was clearly forced to do it. You can feel it. I mean, you know it, but you can feel it. You watch the body language, you see it. Second of all, here, I want to say this. Moment. Someone put in the comments that that man, who is now 98 years old, was only 17 years old when those events took place, as if this is justification, for his action, his young age. Yes, I understand that could be pressure on him or whatever, but the point of the video and the point of the story is, it's not about him being 17 when he fought in the SS regiment. The point here is this. Canadian Parliament has acknowledged him for his fight, standing up for Ukraine against Soviet Union. Oh, another drilling. My goodness, they are drilling everywhere here today. And so, trying to think which way. Let's go through the parking maybe. Okay. And so, it doesn't matter that he was 17 because Canadian Parliament acknowledged this man, and that's what matters here. So that comment, I'm sorry, a little bit off. One more comment about me saying Justin Castro. And few of you said that I should not say this because Castro was a good person. What I want to say here is this, that probably if we acknowledge Castro as good, I'm not saying good or bad, because I understand a lot of people, most of people that United States perceived as demons are actually the opposite. What I'm saying is that he was a son. He is a son of Fidel Castro. And if Castro was a good man, then that is probably the best part of Trudeau, the best part of Justin is that he comes from him, but he was groomed by another man. Don't we all know how this goes? You gotta be groomed to be in the positions like this. I'm heading to the place where I can sit down and read you the article, because now, actually, I forgot about this. So Trudeau came out yesterday in a quick question interview. He said that the speaker took full responsibility for that event and that we have to be careful because, of course, there is a lot of Russian propaganda going on and we have to be on the lookout for it. And you know this, you've probably seen this on the posts on Twitter or Telegram, that of course everything is Russian propaganda. Everything that goes wrong is Russian propaganda. The inflation, hardships countries are going through, everything is because it's Russian propaganda. Because every country in Europe is actually thriving. Let me just get to my place. You know, just side note before I give you the article, they have no mercy driving here. No mercy, zero. So if you come to Cyprus, watch out for your life walking on the streets. Strange style of driving, I have to say. It's no point to rush anywhere here on this island, but they keep on rushing. I don't know. Maybe they want to feel significant wherever they get to. So guys, now we have a story that is unfolding because, like I said, France, Germany, and who else is there? Ukraine. Yeah, of course, Ukraine is always the main villain. Here I wouldn't question that part. And they apparently want to overthrow the Polish-speaking government. Before I tell you what I think, let me read you how Ukraine has responded to those allegations. Okay, how they responded to those allegations, because that's what's going on. What's up? What's up? The Ukrainian side has not received such proposals, so no one from France or Germany asked Ukraine to overthrow Polish-speaking government in order to get to European Union and/or NATO. The Ukrainian side has not received such proposals, has no intention of interfering in the internal affairs of the Polish, and has no such an intentions, writes Oleg Nikolienko, a spokesman for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine, denied media rumors indicating Ukraine's involvement in changing the ruling party, which is Law and Justice, we call it Peace in Poland, in the country of Poland. The issue of cooperation between Ukraine, Germany and France, maybe I should move because there is music again. Sorry. This is, as always, very spontaneous with the little challenges. All good. The issue of cooperation between Ukraine Germany and France heated up the Ukrainian media within a few hours. The author of the shocking reports is Dominika Kosic, who's an employee of TVP, which is Television of Poland. Dominika, you're onto something, really, are you? Maybe not. Maybe Mambo Jumbo story. Okay, and what goes on? It's in Brussels. It is said unofficially that Germany and France have reportedly promised the Ukrainian authorities a quick accession to the EU if Kiev helps in overthrowing the current Polish government. They motivate this by the fact that without changing the treaties, it is impossible to expand the EU. And it is Poland that blocks these changes, she wrote. The creation of an alleged coalition aimed at bringing about a change in the ruling party caused a huge stir among politicians, political commentators and experts. It did not take long for the Ukrainian authorities to respond. We categorically reject such insinuations. That guy, foreign ministry spokesman Oleg Nikolienko, said, the Ukrainian side has never received such proposals. The spokesman for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine stressed that among politicians and Ukrainians themselves, there is a conviction that Poland is directly involved in the issue of this country membership in the EU and NATO. We are deeply grateful, sorry, I'm holding the phone. We are deeply grateful to Poles who showed solidarity with Ukrainians. We are convinced of the failure of efforts to drive a wedge into the high level of respect and cooperation of our nations. We call on our Polish friends not to give in to the provocations, Nikolenko said. There you have it, guys. Telenovela from Venezuela continues. I just have to grab my phone, better way, okay. Now my commentary, if you care. Like I started the video, what do you do? How you protect your government? You create, this is emotional game. This is emotional game. Mental, psychological, emotional game. There is a threat coming from outside. We have to protect our people. Doesn't matter how bad they are, because they are still better, even if they are horrible, they are still better than this evil that is coming from the outside. You know, like I always say it, I often say it, not always, this proverb, African proverb, if there is no enemy within, no enemy without can do any harm. It's so accurate in this case. First of all, I'm not sure if they all agree on the story. I think two parties agree on this story, but one party is confused. And I'm still trying to figure out which party is confused. However, there is absolutely a form of agreement here. The story is not true. It's just, I think they are playing two sides. So I think EU is playing with Ukraine and is playing with Poland and creates this mess. Or Ukraine is playing with Poland, creating this mess. Or everyone is playing together, creating this mess. So anyway, it's an all mambo jumbo story in order to create, look what's going on, guys. We have election coming very, very soon in Poland. Never before in the last almost 2 years of this conflict, it's not 2 years, but it will be next year, we had that much going on in the negative way between Poland and Ukraine. It was always like mushy mushy. So what's the reason? It's the election. It's the election. Like, protect your government because someone from the outside will come and try to overthrow it. Anyway, this is my take on this situation. Not buying this at all, finding this very, very poorly written movie. I'm not even interested in the trailer, so I definitely wouldn't buy a ticket. And yeah, the story continues. Tomorrow I might not have a video for you, but I might have a video the day after tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for hitting this like if you appreciate my content. The link to this article you find down below the video. Don't get aggravated about Justin Castro, even if he's not. I think he is, because Cuba is on my list of places to go. If I go to Cuba, you will see Cuba as well. And then maybe I will dive deeper into Fidel and his true story. Nevertheless, lots of love to all of you. All the links you find down below this video to my local community. I appreciate you to join it very much. Rumble, join my mailing list, my Instagram as well if you want to follow my travels. And if you would like to support me on my trip to China, you don't have to if you just feel like. The link is also down below. We almost are at 50% of my goal, which is absolutely incredible. Enormously grateful for all of you. Lots of love again, and remember, we are the leading edge and we are saving humanity. Bye guys.